Hello everyone. How's everyone doing today? Um so what I want to talk about, it's very interesting cuz yesterday I just stumbled across the most incredible thing I have seen or heard. I'm going to say all week, not in my life. Um but to all my Avatar The Last Airbender fans and also Korra fans, and even if you're not Korra, that's fine too. I mean, I understand some people don't like Korra, being that the show or just Korra in general, and I can respect that. I understand they're Korra and Aang are two totally different people, and I think the reason why that's the reason why people don't like Korra. She's very it's very different. Basically, he's in reverse. They're both reversed. I mean, he's very spiritual, and then in the end, he's like, you know what? I think I'm gonna have to fight, and not just evade the problem. I'm gonna have to go head on at the problem sometimes, and like, because obviously he had huge problem with learning how to bend earth, because out earth is obviously different from air, and um Toph was a very different teacher than Gyatso, and like I can remember that scene where Toph was like, and when I mean head on, you have to go like this, and then she hits her head in a rock, and I love that scene. And Aang just like, I love that scene. That still scene's hilarious. And Korra's just like when we meet her in the beginning, she's just like, I'm the Avatar, you gotta know. She's got all the powers. She's going into she's going head on into a fight, but and provoking fight, but she's just not thinking. So then in the end, she finally becomes more spiritual. So like basically, they're both like basically the opposite. They're the extreme opposites of each other. And but I can understand why people don't like horror. I mean, and people just like the original version of something. Just in general, it doesn't have to be people like the first movie, other than the sequel. People like a lot the original thing, and so I can respect that. But okay, back to the what I found out. Avatar: The Last Musical. Yes, Avatar: The Last Musical. So it's like Avatar: The Last Airbender inspired a musical. It's fan made, obviously, but it's just like, this is how much people love Avatar. It's just like the world needs to know who the last Airbender was. It's like so yeah, I stumbled just out of nowhere. I don't know why channel was recommended to me. Actually, because I sometimes watch the live streams on the Avatar: The Last Airbender YouTube channel. So that's probably why. I was recommended the channel is Catherine Lynn Rose, and Lynn Rose is hyphenated. Um, and Catherine with the K, because how many, there aren't a lot of Catherine with C's. I mean, there probably are, but I, I've only seen one Catherine in my life with a C. Um, so yeah, she's Asian, and I liked her take on it, because she's just like, I liked how she liked the Avatar, because obviously she's just like, oh, I get to see me in a cartoon, and like representation of Asian, and I like that. And it's, and even if you're not Asian, it's just a really good story to tell. So it's like it doesn't matter what race you are, what gender you are. It's just a really good story to tell, and everyone loves Avatar. It's like, how can you not love Avatar? Um, but there are probably some people out there who are just like, no, I don't really like it. It's dumb. And I'm like, okay, it's not for everyone. Um, but she already people she's explained that people people on TikTok, they got together and they talked about making a musical, and it's just like, wow, that's really cool to make a musical. I always thought it was really cool to to be able to write songs for musicals, or just like work on musicals in general. Like, as I wear my Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat shirt from the Pierce Players. Yeah, I was in I was in it, but I didn't have a big role, unfortunately. I self-sabotaged myself when I was in high school. So like, I could sing, but I was just scared. I didn't do as well as I thought and as well I wanted to in my audition. So that's why I got a very small part where no singing was. Well, there was some singing, but it was in the chorus. So yeah. Anyway, back to my back to Avatar: The Last Musical. See, guys, remember, I ramble. My stream of consciousness is just open for business. It's You're gonna get what you get. Um, uh, so Avatar: The Last Musical. So she has a video on of all the people, and where all the people who are working on it introduce themselves, and how Avatar affected them, and how and what they're doing to what they're doing in to add to the musical. And like, there's one kid who was like 12. He's like, I'm an actor, musician, composer. I'm like, damn. I'm just like, okay, making me feel inferior. It's okay. I see you. I see you. And but like, yeah, it's really cool. And then there's this one girl. She's Native American, and she's I think she's overseeing the casting. I think, I don't know. I'm not sure, because she did say that we want to get as many Asian people and indigenous people in this show as much, because there's a lack of Asians and indigenous people the on stage. And like, and she's not just talking about like in and I think I to me, I was just like, I think she was just talking about stage. I didn't think she was talking about like TV. But like, that makes sense also in in TV as well, because like, I mean, Crazy Rich Asians, what that was like one of the biggest things where, oh, like, there's an Asian, an all Asian cast. And like, I think it was like in 25 years there hasn't been an all Asian cast. And it's just like, wow. And it's just like, and even for indigenous people, you never see you for Native Americans, indigenous, but you never see a Native American actor. They are out there, they're just not getting hired for some reason. And like, I've never seen a Native American actor. Even like, obviously westerns, I don't know if they wanted to be in the westerns or not, in those 1960 westerns. Like, I don't know if they wanted to, like Bonanza and um Rifleman or something. It's like, I don't know if they wanted to be in them or not, because basically doing a stereotype of Native American. So I don't know if they wanted to be in them or not, because it was just weird. But also, the thing that and she was nice because she's a Native American. So, and she said that she was in a play about King Phillips War, and where she played one of the Native Americans that, and she actually is from that tribe that she was in when she was, that I forget what King Phillips War. I haven't studied King Phillips War in a long time, so I want to say the Powhatans were in it, but I don't think the Powhatans were in it. Okay, I think the Powhatans were in Philadelphia. I don't know. I forget. It's been a long time since because I studied King Phillips War in middle school, and now I'm just studying a lot of other stuff. So, um, and it's just like you're a history major. You work it with history, and you don't know King Philip and remember King Philip War. It's like, yeah, I know. It's like don't hate on me for that. It's like I can't remember everything that I learned. So yeah. If you go to Catherine Rose's channel, YouTube channel, no, I don't know if she has her. I know that she said you can, if you want to continue to look to see how the musical is going, you can go to at ATLA official, or is it ATLM official? I don't know. I forget. Um, and and you can it's on TikTok, Instagram, and I think she said something else, but obviously I don't have any of those. I only have Facebook, and I barely go on that. So but I do I am thinking about subscribing to Kathleen Lynn Rose, because I've heard her some of her the songs that she's posted from the musical, and they're really nice. I really like Eye of the Storm because it's based on the episode The Storm, where basically Aang and Zuko's past comes up, and like why and how they got to where they are today, and like it's like when Aang ran away, and then when Zuko got burned, and yeah, that like that all that jazz, and it's just it's really nice because it's it really shows how much Aang and Zuko were very different at that part in life, but they're very much alike, because it says I'm supposed to change the world, but they're basically saying I'm supposed to change the world, but I don't know how I'm supposed to change the world. And Aang struggling with like I'm in Katara. The song starts out as Katara saying you're a hero, and then Aang's like I'm am I really? I don't think. And so they're just like, and so Zuko is basically like, I don't know. Zuko and Aang are just like, I'm supposed to change the world, but I kind of I kind of failed. I feel like I failed a little bit because they both have that burden of one being banished and one thinking they're responsible for a genocide. And so yeah, I really like that one. And then there's that there if there's one called Fight Like a Girl. Obviously, it's about Suki. Suki. When that episode, I forget what it's called. I forget what the episode's called. When Sokka asked Suki to train him, and so yeah, they basically start singing, and it gave me a lot of Mulan 2 vibes. Like if you let Leah Salon sing that, if they could get her to sing that, that would be a perfect song for her. Cause it's just like I was like, oh, I can totally see her singing that. I mean, she obviously she's good when singing Mulan. She was good when she was singing Jasmine. So yeah, um, was she in Miss Saigon? I forget. She sang. one of the songs in Miss Saigon too, and she did like I've never seen Miss Saigon, but like I saw the one of a video of her singing that, and like I thought like yeah she's pretty good at it, and like obviously because Disney would never have picked her, but I'm just really excited about this, and I would love to see the people like because Catherine Lynn Rose is just singing is being everyone. She in Eye of the Storm she's being Sokka and Katara and Zuko, and in Fight Like a Girl she's being Suki, Sokka, and the Kyoshi Warriors. So like I'm excited to see like um more people be involved in the singing and like see and I'm excited to see the musical. Obviously I'm glad because I found it on YouTube because I would never have known about it if because I'm not obviously this was done by TikTok fans and I am not a part of TikTok at all. So yeah, so it just it I love musicals and I love Avatar: The Last Airbender. I mean, it's funny because like basically everyone on on who was being interviewed on her channel were basically said I was never really into or like they never really watched Avatar: The Last Airbender until it went on Netflix. I mean, I was hooked on Avatar: The Last Airbender before it went on Netflix. But I did watch it a few years. I did watch it a few years after it finished, a couple of years after it finished, and I did like it. And I religiously watched it, so now I know a lot of the lines. But and so I like that part. I like that it's funny because like if you watch something religiously like you automatically know what's going to what they're gonna what the characters are gonna say, and it's funny. But I think it's funny, and yeah, I can't wait. And if I can't wait for to see a musical like that. And I just love I'm so excited. I just love it. I love musicals. I've I've actually I've always loved musicals, but I never really knew how much I love musicals until I was I want to say in college, because when Wicked came out, I was just like yes, and then I was just like then I realized so like oh my gosh, other musicals, and then I was just like hooked on that. And yeah, just cinema, good cinema, art, visual art in general. Like I love watching old movies. I love musical theater. I love old TV shows. Um and silent movies, yeah. Everything like that. And I love the I love those the dance numbers, and it's just it it they tell it tells a good story. Songs tell you a good story. That's what I really like about musical theater. It tells their ups, downs, highs and lows, and I just love it. So I'm just really excited for this. And also I'm looking so I'm just waiting for when like it will all come together. Obviously, I know it's not going to come together this year, but hopefully I'll be able to see it, and hopefully um they'll post it so like a bunch of people can see it, so and not just on like a specific website that like I can't access unless I buy it or something. But maybe it's gonna happen. I don't know. Again, obviously I don't know anything about this, but I just found out about it. So I think it's cool. So yeah, check out her channel, Kathleen Rose, KATHERINE, Lynn Rose, LYNN hyphen ROSE. All right, catch you later. Bye.